The purpose of this investigation is to learn the 4 ways to represent your transformations. You have a verbal description, you have an algebraic rule, you have a table of values, and then you have a graph. This is very similar to the ways we represent a function. In a function, you've got a function rule, you have a table of values, and then you also have the graph. The verbal description is just describing the movements, translating, reflecting, rotating. And the difference with the table of values, you still have your domain, your range, your input, and your output. But notice how my input are all the original ordered pairs. The output is your new ordered pairs, or the ordered pairs of the image. Now, the algebraic rule is very much like the function rule. So the algebraic rule is a rule that we apply to get our new ordered pairs. So our first investigation is a translation. So you're given triangle ABC, and you're going to translate, and as you learned in your slides, translate simply means slide. So you're going to slide your triangle 2 units to the right and 5 units down. So all of these points have to slide 2 units to the right and 5 units down. So if I move A 2 to the right and 5 down, A prime is now going to be located at the point 0, -2. Okay, B is going to go 2 to the right and 5 down. So B prime is now going to be located at 5, -4. And then C, 2 to the right, 5 down. And so C prime is now going to be located at 2, -6. So now I have 3 out of the 4 ways. So how do I come up with the algebraic rule? Well, when it comes to a translation, it's very similar to the vertical and horizontal shifts like we do with functions. So notice how all of my x values, how they increased by 2 units. So -2 plus 2 is 0. 3 plus 2 is 5. 0 plus 2 is 2. So what did I do to the x? Well, I took the original and I added 2 to the x. So -2 plus 2 gets me 0. 3 plus 2 gets me 5. 0 plus 2 gets me 2. So how do I write that as a rule? Well, you treat each value one at a time. So I'm first going to focus on the x's. So my original, my input was an x. When I applied the rule, I added 2 to the x value, and so take the x value, add 2 to get the output, to get x prime. So x plus 2 is the rule for the x. So what about the y? Okay, well notice how with the y, all of your y values decreased by 5. 3 minus 5 is -2. 1 minus 5 is -4. -1 minus 5 is -6. So to write the rule for that, you take the y value and you subtract 5 from it. So how do I write that formally? So the original, which is always going to be xy, becomes now x plus 2 and y minus 5. Okay, so now you try number 2 and see how you do.